Now we're in contract, prior to the contingencies being removed, of course. We're in business right now. This is a very exciting time, but we have to go through the contingency time frame. The buyer now will secure their loan, have the inspection period on the property, of course, and review all the reports and seller disclosures. This typically takes 10 days, depending on what was originally agreed upon in the contract. During the contingency timeframe, the buyer can back out of the contract if they aren't happy with something that shows up in the reports, disclosures, or inspections that they've decided to do. After reviewing the reports and having the inspections, this is typically when the buyer will be asking for repairs to be done or requesting for credit for the items that they found during the inspection period. The buyer also has the option to back out of the contract if they choose, if they can't come up with a mutually agreeable term between the buyer and the seller. Also, if for some reason, if they are not able to qualify for their loan, or if the home does not appraise and we can't come up with another mutually agreed upon price based on that appraisal, the buyer can also back out of the contract at that time. You need to understand that if the home does not appraise at the contract price, then the lender will only loan based on the lower of the appraised value or the sales price. And obviously, they take into consideration what the buyer is actually qualified for. Any additional money required would need to be made up from the buyer or the seller or both, and they'd have to agree upon that or adjust the contract price. Again, unless you have countered out any of these contingencies and they are not made part of the original contract or counteroffer, then the buyer has the right to go back and say, I don't want the house anymore. They cannot retain the buyer's initial contract deposit either. This is why it's essential to hire a seasoned agent like myself who knows how to properly vet buyers and the offers, who asks the right questions, has the right conversations with the agent and the lender. The buyer's deposit is only at risk if they have officially removed their contingencies. So I always advise my clients not to start packing their bags until all the contingencies have been removed. Also, once those contingencies have been removed, you need to continue to prepare for your move as soon as possible so that we can keep up with our contractual timelines. Once contingencies are removed, well, now you can feel a little relief and have more assurance that the sale is going to go through and you're going to close and you'll be moving very soon.